Today's video is going to be about my medical supplies and how I organize them.
Olivia. I was born with a rare genetic condition.
We're losing the battle.
My suffering does not define me. With every battle I face, I am made stronger through faith.
And free! Now, first off, before I begin this video, I want to say I don't know that I will be looking the same throughout this video because I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to film this video, and I would have filmed it at a time when I had more time to film this video, but I am a college student and I'm also 24 years old and have a lot of bills I have to pay. Thankfully my parents helped me out with almost everything financially, but I still have to pay for my classes. But anyways, that's a whole nother thing. Anyways, my point is my time is limited, so sorry if this video is not consistent. I will try to film the entire thing so that it is very thorough though. So if you are new to my channel, then hello, welcome, and if you don't know, I have a port and a gastric jejunal feeding tube. So my feeding tube leads into my small intestines. I don't absorb nutrients in my stomach, and I also have motility issues, so that is why I have a feeding tube. And this is for medications and electrolytes and sugar, and as well as medications when I'm in the hospital. Now, that being said, I have a lot of medical supplies, and I get a delivery every month. Since COVID, it's been every month. Typically it would be every 2 weeks, but because of COVID, they like to make less house deliveries to put the patients less at risk. So I have 3 boxes over here for infusion supplies. Also, sorry for the mess. I am busy and trying to get it all cleaned, but with all my supplies and everything, there is a lot to have to work with and very little space. Anyways, so I actually just went out and got a bunch more organizers because my organization skills were not the best because I did not have the right supplies. So I went out and I got these shelves. I'll show you how it's all organized after I unbox everything. I'm going to very briefly show you what's inside of these boxes, so that you guys know what we're working with. But typically it's the same thing every month. Just this month I already opened one of the boxes because I got excited about a new product that was being sent, but it turned out to be not so exciting because I don't think I can use it. So open the box for no reason. But in here I've got bio patches, which help to prevent infection. There I have these white little end caps that go at the end of my port, and then these are for the end of my infusion line, and these types of caps right here are for the end of this line. And then there is also IV 3000 in here. The dressing change kits that I get come with dressing in them. Obviously they're dressing change kits, but I normally only use all the supplies except for the dressing in those and use IV 3000. This time I just used this dressing because my port isn't accessed for as long this time because I had a hospital admission and an extra needle, so I got to change out the dressing and needles. It's difficult to explain, but normally I use this type of dressing because this one can be irritating to my skin, and that is because of a condition that I have called mast cell activation syndrome. But you can check out more about that in the description box down below. I also have some batteries for my curling pump. I do my infusions every other day, so I do have a lot of supplies. Like, I think the last time I did this video, so I did this video about a year ago, and it was before I had my feeding tube. That's why I'm redoing it. Also, this was a requested video, so hopefully this is helpful to some people out there. I have a bunch of these. There's more in the box. My infusions since the last time I recorded this have gotten drastically increased. They've actually over doubled. So I do infusions every other day to sometimes every day, depending on what my labs are or what my activities are. And in here, there is electrolyte and sugar bags. They're LRV5 infusions, and that is because I get hypoglycemic and I get electrolyte imbalances. So this box has the same thing in it, but since you already saw what's in these boxes, there's no need to open that one. There's also saline syringes and heparin flushes in that. So, and heparin's just blood thinner, for those of you who didn't know. And then here are my feeding tube syringes. So the new product that I got was these medication syringes, which I don't know if I knew this when I asked for these, but these are only 10 milliliters, and since I'm on so much medication, this would take forever to use these. And also, they told me this would work with my feeding tube. I haven't tried them yet, but I don't think they're going to work with my feeding tube. I am getting a button feeding tube, so my supplies will look a little bit different whenever I do get that button feeding tube, but I'm waiting for my surgeon to call me to schedule that. But that will be happening pretty soon. But for now, I just have these extensions, which I hardly ever use. I actually need to tell them to stop sending them to me because they make it, they make the tube kink a lot more. So there's that. And then all the rest of these boxes just have formula inside of them, except for this one. This one has a bunch of feed bags. Now, so I will show you guys how everything is organized after I get everything put away, because I'm not exactly sure if all of this is going to fit since I just got new organizers. But I will check back in with you after I get all of this put away and organized nicely in the place that I have made for it. Okay, now that I am done putting away the majority of my supplies, I will show you guys what it looks like. Now, keep in mind, I still have a lot of boxes of formula to unpack. I have not unpacked any of my formula yet. This is like 2 or 4 days worth of formula up there. I'll show you in a second. Right now I have bath towels up here. One of them's bleached, but anyways, yeah, there's plenty of room for my formula. The only thing that I'm really worried about is whether or not these shelves are going to hold it all. I did put these shelves up myself, and they are a little lopsided, so we'll have to see. These are tubey pads that have been used for the week already and washed. So the ones that I wash go up here. That way they get used evenly. But I have extensions up here. Like I said, I don't need any more of these, and I'm getting a button tube soon. So I do have an open container for those. And then these medicine syringes that I'm not sure are gonna work. An extra syringe, and then there's some other medication syringes that I just use to measure medications, but I don't actually use these for administering them. And then I found out this is called a Lopez valve. I've never used it. It just seems a little too complicated, but my feeding tube support group showed me how it works and everything. And yeah, so then in here I have feeding tube syringes meant for flushing. So this is how it's organized. Like I said, these aren't normally up here, and this is normally actually sitting on one of the shelves. It's my bath caddy because my bathroom is all the way upstairs. I'm the only one with a room down here, but it works out since I can't really do stairs too well. I don't have to go up several times a day. But anyways, I have Tegaderm here, which I actually use to support the IV3000 on my port. It's just in here because there's not really a spot in my other organizer drawers. And then there's Tubi pads in here, and these are skin prep wipes, which I use to adhere my grip lock. And this, if you don't know, it just goes right here on my stomach. Right now my stomach's kind of bloated, so don't mind that. Anyways, I also have in here these are just disposable. They're pretty much disposable Tubi pads, but I used these when I was on vacation, and it was really nice to have because I didn't want to deal with washing Tubi pads when I was on vacation, and I'm going again in December, so they'll come in handy again. Anyways, this shelf is just used for like teas, and there's some oatmeal in here, but like, I don't know, I only eat like one meal a day because, well, recently it's been because I had a procedure, and before that it was because I couldn't eat, but now I can eat more, so I have popcorn in here as well, and there's like oatmeal and stuff. Anyways, used for that. And then this is just all my medical documents from the past 2 years. I keep all my recent documents up here. And then this is like home health stuff, folders on like who to call and everything. And then this I left empty since I'm getting my button tube soon. This will come in handy for all the extra extensions for my G portion of the tube and the J portion, which I will use regularly for feeding since I'm on 24-hour feeds. This is really nice because before I used organizer drawers, small ones similar to that, and I had to come in my room to do my medications every night. But this is nice because I can just pull it out, and like if my family's watching a movie out there, then I can take this entire bin out there with me and do my meds while the movie's starting, because I always miss the beginning of the movies. But, oh, and then there's some gloves right here, which, by the way, I just got these yesterday. Plastic wrap for covering my port for showers and things like that. But these shelves are so nice, and they were only $15 a piece. There's 2 of them, and they stack. They're meant to. So they're really nice for lighter things, but they don't fit things like my formula. But I didn't really need them to, since I have those heavy duty shelves up there. So then there's drain bags in here and 1200 milliliter feed bags, which some of them are modified for draining. And then in this one I have all my 500 milliliter bags, which is mostly what I use. And then there's more of these disposable Tubi pads, and then right here I just keep my nebulizer in here, and then there's not necessarily like emergency meds in here. I used to use it for that, that's why it has this on there, but there's actually just like steroids and medications that I use occasionally for like anaphylaxis or things like that. And then I have 2 sharps containers right here. I bow and arrow anymore because it snapped recently when I was using it. So yeah, that's what that is. I love doing archery though. And then back here, so I've had a lot of surgeries. These would be nice for removing the scars, but none of them really bother me. And I don't know if these are gonna work. Some people told me they work, some people told me they don't. So I guess I would have to try it out myself. But maybe for when I got my bowel perforated, that's what I can use this for, that scar. So then there's just Miralax in here, like all like PRN meds, and then there's an extra med cobbler in here, and this just became way too small for all the meds that I'm on. And then inhalers, like a ton of extra inhalers. And then over here I have infusion bags. I can't even open this, but it wouldn't close all the way, and normally it does even when it's completely full, but I think there might be something blocking it. But then there's more back here, and then there's the lines, and in here I have all my things that have to stay sterile, like when I'm doing dressing changes or reaccessing my port. So there's dressing change kits in here, and there is IV 3000 in here, needles, different size needles, bio patches, the caps, sterile syringes, extra pair of sterile gloves back here. And then in here I keep heparin, saline flushes, and this one I just use for sterile caps. These are extra dressings which I can't really use because they're not sterile anymore, but I keep them for, well, I don't know, sometimes I use them to just put around the IV 3000 if it starts peeling up in a corner, which they don't have to be sterile for like extra securement on my port, but if it's like the only thing that's going over my port, or there's actually like a spot that's open on my port dressing, then I can't use these for that. Then there's an extension right here, and tons of alcohol wipes. There's more back here. And then lastly, I started doing this during when the pandemic started to hit. I saved all the extra masks because dressing change kits come with 2 masks, and since I access my own port, there's always an extra mask, and I didn't used to save them. But ever since the pandemic started to hit, I started saving them before there was even a mask shortage. So they have really come in handy. They even come in handy if I keep some in my car and I'm taking my siblings somewhere and they forgot to bring a mask. But I also have tons and tons of batteries in here for my curling pump. And that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know, I really love my new organization thing that I got. Anyways, yeah, whoever requested this video, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it was helpful. Starting my makeup is like really weird. I had to do it super quickly, and I've also been crying from tons of stress today with school and just trying to make enough money to pay my bills and like get stuff that I need for medical necessities. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that this formula is gonna fit and hold, or the shelves are gonna hold up. But I don't know, I guess you guys will find out in another video. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you watch my videos regularly, then hit that subscribe button. There are still 60% of my viewers not subscribed. So hit that subscribe button, and if you think that this video is going to be helpful for somebody else, then share my videos and hit that bell notification sign to receive notifications when I upload new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Bye.